I had to survive Elytra Maze users, custom legendary weapons, and the most ridiculous kits imaginable. I'm trying to beat my win streak record on Hoplite, all while using whatever my opponent gave me. I only get one chance, I can preview the kit, but if I lose even once, the entire run is over. Last time I only made it to 8 and my record is 14. This time, I had to do better. This was not going to be an easy challenge, and the first game proved that instantly.
This guy's a maniac. I'm gonna lose the first game.
In a kit like this Elytra Maze one, everything can go wrong in 1 second. But then I started getting some pops on him back.
Oh, chill, dude. Come on. Let's be friends. Actually, let's be enemies.
We were given 9 totems each, so instead of ending quickly, we just kept popping each other over and over again.
Okay.
At this point, we were both out of strength potions, but neither of us was going down.
Not like this, bro. I don't want to lose.
This fight went on way longer than it should have.
Please. How am I not popping him?
I barely won, and I already knew that if every game was like this run was not going to last. This next kit was weird, but not complicated. Basically just a sword, a sonic crossbow, and way too many gapples and totems. And I decided I was not losing my run to a guy called Burger Boy 4869. Neither of us had strength, so this fight just dragged on. I was doing more damage, but it was impossible to quick drop with this kit. But then, he just gave up. Next up was a netherite UHC kit. Pretty odd choice, but I wasn't too worried. I was outplaying him, even if the damage was low. But I won game 1, and then game 2.
Nice.
Then I got netherite SMP, a kit that I'm actually confident in. But little did I know, my opponent was the laggiest player I've ever seen.
This guy's also like 700 MS.
He kept complaining about his ping, but I didn't really care, and I popped him anyway. And it didn't stop there, just look at this.
Yeah, what is happening, bro?
I was already winning, and eventually he just lagged out, so I killed him. Game 5 was Roulette Royale, UHC with a random custom legendary. I got the Lich Staff, which can shoot ice. But my opponent got one of the strongest legendaries in the game, the Dragon Katana. So if I messed this up, the run was over. It helped that even though his katana could teleport, he still struggled to get out of cobwebs. And partly because of that, I won.
Nice.
But after this, I made a huge mistake.
No. I did not mean to click that, dude. I'm gonna freaking lose, dude.
I did not mean to queue this kit, for 2 reasons. First of all, I only play 1v1 in these videos, because I don't trust random teammates. And second, this kit had minecarts, which I am not good with. This was going to be bad. Luckily, this happened.
Dude.
But even in a 2v1, this still wasn't easy.
Dude, teammate, don't quick draw, bro. So buns.
I kept trying to maze him, and it just wasn't working. But after enough attempts, I finally started landing hits.
We're toast, buddy.
And won the game.
Nice, got him. Dude, my teammate did no damage.
Next up, I didn't really know what to expect from this kid. I thought it was going to be a long game, but my opponent didn't eat a god apple, and the armor in this kit wasn't even enchanted. So instead of dragging on, this game ended way faster than I expected. and I just took the win. Remember the dragon katana from earlier? Well, this time both me and my opponent got it in Roulette Royale. And somehow, this guy was just as bad at getting out of cobweb.
Yo, get out the cobweb maybe, bro.
So I started racking up a ton of damage on him. And not long after, I got a pretty easy kill. Next up was the sword kit. Usually you get golden apples in this mode, but this time we only had steak, so healing was really limited. I got a huge lead early, but when he healed, I couldn't finish him off, and suddenly I was the one getting low. I healed up and we started trading again. I was on 4 hearts while he was on 1.5, but I'll let the rest of the fight speak for itself.
No, how did I miss that crit? Oh my god! I almost lost that.
We were getting closer to my record of 14, and I accidentally queued this next kit instead of previewing it.
I didn't want to click that.
But luckily, it was actually a kit I felt pretty confident in, a mix of Netherite SMP and Roulette Royale. It was a best of 3 with different legendaries every game. Game 1 I got the Sonic Crossbow, and I got off to a really strong start. While my opponent got the Ender Bow, which lets you teleport. But it didn't matter, because I ended the game pretty quickly.
Oh, that was fun.
In game 2, I got the Scope Weaver's Lantern, which traps your opponent in a Warden domain. My opponent had Excalibur, which could block hits every so often. And even though my weapon was insanely strong, it had a huge cooldown. So this fight just dragged on, and it wasn't really going well.
Yo. Dude, how do you just avoid every web?
I popped a few of his totems, but he just kept coming back. And at this point, I couldn't afford to lose. But after 10 minutes, I finally managed to finish him.
Finally. Oh my god, bro.
For game 11, I decided to play this kit.
Dude, what the freak is that, bro?
My main concern with the kit was that I was gonna get cheesed. Sometimes people make their kits around some weird trick that only works if you don't know what's coming. But this was different. This guy was just terrible. I was just beating him up with my sword. Then I tried to mace him with my only wind charge and missed.
That was my only wind charge.
So I just kept hitting him. But with all the god apples and XP bottles, this was taking forever. And at this point, I was getting bored. So I decided to use the only TNT minecart I had. And just like that, the run was over. I didn't lose to any of the good players I faced. I didn't lose because of a kit I wasn't good at. I lost because I got bored. My opponent was the turtle and I was the hare. It's not at all how I expected this to end. And I still didn't beat 14. So next video is gonna be my last attempt. Subscribe if you don't want to miss it.